folks, and welcome to Gougane Barra. Probably one of the most, it is the most photographed church in Ireland. But wow, this place never ceases to amaze me every single time I come back. And I've only shot it about 3 times I think, but the last time I was here I got one of my favourite photographs I've ever taken. And I wasn't planning on coming here this morning. I was planning on going to another location because the skies were going to be nice and that would have been a better location in terms of shooting the sky, but when I saw the mist and the fog, I had to come here. I just had to. And I've been treated to an absolute beauty of a scene. So my composition is very simple. I've got the church on the left hand side of the frame. I've got these lovely reflections, crisp, clean reflections. There's a mist coming off the lake and I've got slight pink hues in the sky. Just a small bit. Very subtle, but it's exactly what this scene needs. If you had a roaring, fiery sky, you know, it would ruin the photo, I think. Because this is just so subtle. It's the essence of like, I don't know how you describe it. Peace and, you know, serenity. And those slight pink tones are just exactly what it needs. F8, half a second exposure. No words. So often when conditions are like this, I'd be running around desperately trying to catch photographs. But I think it's I suppose it's a testament to me as a photographer and how much I've grown that I'm not, because like, you don't need to capture 5 or 6 images every single shoot. I know I do sometimes, but that's more just to show ye a few shots and be able to discuss them. Like a lot of the images that I've probably shown in this vlog, these vlogs, I don't ever post online or anything, and maybe that's problematic, but I think sometimes you just have to step back and focus on one thing at a time and get that right. So I'm just strolling around now. The conditions are perfect. I mean, sun still isn't even up yet, but I'm kind of just roaming around now and seeing what else catches my eye. I may venture into the woods because there's really nice pine trees in the Gougane Barra forest that could lend themselves very nicely to a shot. So I may do that. We'll see. I'll have a look around anyway first. So I'm always looking to capture different perspectives, and I've shot the church from, we'll say, the front side a lot of times, and I've never shot it from this end. And actually, right behind me here, there's just these perfect reflections, and the church is kind of lost in the trees and the pine trees and stuff that are on the lawns, and the sky is still a nice kind of subdued pink behind it. And again, this mist and fog, it just adds such atmosphere. I could shoot in mist and fog all day. I'll take it over colourful skies any day. It's just so pleasing to photograph. But yeah, again, that's the scene I'm shooting now. I'm working with 3 shots again, bracketing, because the sky is quite bright behind, and I don't have any filters on. I am going to invest in graduated filters, so that will help with the bracketing of the shots. I mightn't have to bracket as much, so I could have a grad filter that would keep the sky a bit darker and still keep the foreground exposed. So yeah, that's down the line. But yeah, fantastic scene there behind me. This is why I love landscape photography. So I've come to the Woodlands, just up from Gougane Barra, the Gougane Barra forest, and I was hoping for the fog to have filtered in. Now it's here, but it's not here in the quantity that I would have liked. It's kind of hard to distinguish it in camera, if that makes sense. So look, who might complain after the morning I've just had down there? Probably in the top 3 best conditions I've ever shot in. Best conditions I've ever shot in this location anyway. So I'm just happy now to be out. I'm enjoying, I mean, just listen to that. Pure and utter peace, and it's exactly what I needed at this time, but I'll explain about that later, or else there'll be another video coming about that. Anyway, the light is filtering through, so that's a good thing. And the composition that I have in front of me is, so the trees in this forest, there's one shot I'm after in this, sorry, I'm going off topic now. There's one shot I'm after in this forest, and that is sunlight just filtering through, spraying through these fantastic tall spruce trees. I think they're spruce. Yeah, I think they are. But they just have these lovely symmetry to them, and in any Woodlands photography or video that are stories that I've talked about, I speak a lot about symmetry of the trees, and yeah, here you have that, and you also have these lovely paths and roads leading through the forest. It's a woodland photographer's paradise here. So yeah, back to my composition. I have a road leading through the shot in a nice little curve, okay? So that's giving you your curve. I've spoken about curves before in images, they're pleasing to the eye, and your leading line, and then I have the trees around it, and there's a touch of fog right in the background. Now you can't really see it, but it is there, and I've got this soft morning light filtering in. It's only an hour after sunrise, so I'm hoping that the fog might filter in yet. I mean, I was driving past the church again, and the fog had just engulfed it, and I was like, will I stop again? But you know what, you kind of just have to call it. But yeah, I'm have to go off topic again. Okay, I'm gonna yeah. And I'm at about 35mm, so that's 70mm full frame terms, just to compress that background and bring the image in nice and tight. It works well, especially in forestry shots. F8, quarter of a second shutter speed, ISO 64. folks, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to put the camera away and just go for a stroll and enjoy being out. This is probably quite a long vlog. I wasn't planning on capturing as much footage as I did, but I wanted to share this fantastic morning with you and try and give you as good an idea as I could of how fantastic the conditions were here. Really happy. I hope you liked the photographs. If I capture any more on my travels, I'll show them at the end of this video. If not, well, I'm sure I've shown you one or two now that you might like. I definitely have one or two that I'm quite happy with. I wanted to talk about one topic as well in this video, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do a separate video on it because it could just be too long, and that's to do with social media, Instagram photography, and why in my previous vlog I looked as depressed as the bag at the introduction to the first intro part where I was at the lake in Clarny. Yeah, there was a reason for that, and I'll explain about that in a separate video. Might have already done it. If I have already done it, then this is kind of pointless, but if I haven't, then it's coming up. Just want to have a chat. So yeah, look, that's it. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe if you like the content. Please follow me on Instagram. Visit my website for tutorials, blogs, prints, all that jazz. Okay, see you soon. Good luck.